4,080 pounds, a new generation of Passport rolling out here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a 197 RB. It is a Murphy bed, couples or singles camping model with a beautiful rear bathroom and outside kitchen. However, among all kinds of updates, they've improved their Murphy bed system to be easier to operate while simultaneously actually expanding their pass-through storage to make this probably the best generation of Passport that's ever existed to date. And as a dealer who's carried these things for a long time now, I think we're pretty well qualified to make a statement like that.
So I've made no secret in my Rockwood Winnebago videos that I prefer a one-piece folding Murphy bed over a multi-section, what I call bendy bed. And the reason I say that is because the multi-section bendy bed requires that you make the bed every morning and every night. And to me, part of camping is supposed to be simple, relaxing, easy. And setting up and tearing down a bed every single night, to me, is not what I'm looking for. I want it to just be there or gone. Well, there is still benefit to the multi-section bendy bed, and that is that you get that really large pass-through storage under it, whereas even a one-piece Murphy bed might have pass-through storage, but it's going to be reduced in height. Well, Passport kind of somehow blended the two, and I think they did well. I think they did very well. Now, the way I got the camera rigged up here, it's not exactly the best angle for you to see the whole action, but it's the best I can do on a one-man show. So the general idea and how this works isn't terribly different. This starts with just a simple little jackknife sofa that'll fold right down. But here's where it changes. Undo your bullet latch, drop this down, and now we have a one-piece Murphy bed. It doesn't have struts to make the up and down easy, but that being said, this is not exactly hard if my chicken arms can do it. But here's the thing, guys. Here's what they've done. This is a one-piece 60 by 80 queen bed. No longer does a Murphy bed have to be one of those short camp queens. They came up with a simple, easy, one-piece Murphy bed that doesn't mean you have to make the bed every morning and every night. That is quick to put up, quick to take down. All you simply do is lift that, hit your bullet latch, pull the sofa back up into position, and there you go. It's really no more difficult than any other Murphy bed system out there. It maintains a larger pass-through storage, and because the headboard of the bed, like what happens is the mattress actually just bends. But the way that they design this with the pivot point, it's very easy to operate. So what's cool here, if you want to put like a foam topper on it, or if you want to leave pillows on it, because the headboard section of the bed doesn't actually tilt with the bed, that means that you can leave pillows and stuff up in front of this mattress and not have to store the pillows during the day, which is something that one-piece Murphy beds can't offer. So it's not bad. It's actually pretty good, and it does some things that no other Murphy bed currently on the market does. I have a feeling this is going to get copied pretty hard, pretty fast, but these guys came up with a inexpensive, super effective way to improve their old concept and make it very beneficial for, I think, what people are looking for today, myself included.
Now, something to consider here, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at this and you go, I don't care, I don't want a Murphy bed, then don't use it as a Murphy bed. You can leave that folded down. You can put any 60 by 80 bed, a normal queen mattress you want in here with normal queen sheets, and just ignore the sofa. Now, you can travel with it down. There's nothing that's going to hurt in the up or down position in transit. Some Murphy beds matter, some don't. This is one that doesn't matter how you travel. But what's cool here, guys, if you want to, on a rainy day, you can, quote, put the bed away, if you think of it like that. So you can expand your living space, and that's really what a Murphy bed does. This gives us the living space and the furniture complement of a slide-out camper without the extra weight and cost of a slide-out. That's really what this is bringing to the table. Now, another benefit of having no slide-out is easy cleaning, and how about the updated flooring here in this Passport compared to previous generation? The entire thing, inside and outside has been revised. They went to some they did about 12 months worth of work in 3 months on this. And I would love it, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through this video, if you could leave us some comments. What do you think about the new style Murphy bed? What do you think about the cabinet and the countertop decors and all the little touches that we're going to see as we go through here? I really want your feedback. I'm very curious to know what everybody thinks about this one. So, little touch here on the Murphy bed also. They added just a little armrest here, and it gives it definition, and that's something that their Murphy bed system lacked last year. Also, we've got better side stands. We've got big, full-depth side stands with household and USB plugs on both sides. You will find USB plugs all over these new Passports. They did a great job there. Full-length hanging closets on there, right on both sides, and the all LED lighting in this is now higher intensity, and there is more of it. And those are two things that I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed about when they're actually using their Passport camper. Now let's talk storage. We have pocket screwed cabinet styles with hardwood cabinet door frames. So even though this is a very price aggressive brand of trailer, it's still one that is built very well. Passport service records at Haylett RV have been outstanding over many seasons. So this is one of the areas that they've touched up. They've improved their sink, I feel, dramatically. They went to the single basin stainless farm sink here, and it does have a fitted flush top cover. I just simply moved that out of the way so that you could see the sink. We still have a pull-out sprayer type faucet here, and that is something a lot of brands are getting rid of. They're going to just it looks like a cutoff faucet with an aerator, and I know that that's the neat little trend, but it's not a functional thing, and I think something needs to function first and look pretty second, and Passport understands that, and frankly, I think they did both. So, between the sink and stove covers here, you got that tempered glass folding stove cover, you've got some pretty respectable prep space in this little girl, and they did open up anything they could for as much storage as possible. Now, you might be wondering why they didn't open those panels up down below. Reason is there's going to be something down there, like maybe a water pump or something, where they didn't want cargo to shift and damage anything. Now, pardon me as I walk over here around the corner real quick. One of the things I want to point out here is this guy. So you see we've got a hanging rod, but then we've got all these shelves below it. These are adjustable, well, not adjustable, but removable shelves. So you can kind of custom tailor this to as much or as little hanging storage as you want, which is super, super helpful. Now, real quick note here while we're talking kitchen stuff. This skylight above is also a vent that will help exhaust heat made during cooking. Now, you've got a miniature, what I call pantry-tainment center here, where you do have a little storage pocket where the TV acts as the door, but then we have this big, wide-open storage space here. And because they went with a simple but expandable entertainment system, they were able to give you another big pocket here. So if you do want to put in a Blu-ray or satellite or something like that, you have the HDMI port on this to do that. Plus, you've got all kinds of USB plugs to make this a perfect little phone charging station. And hey, why not? As long as we're doing it, let's do it all the way, and let's see this thing all naked and exposed, and peel the bench ends, or the cushions rather, off these dinette seats here, so you can see they just utilized every square inch of storage that there was possibly able to be uterized? I don't know what word that is. I don't think it's a word, but I know the mental image it conjures, and it is not what I was going for. Now, this is definitely more of a singles or couples camper. But with it being 8 wide in a market that is more commonly narrow body, 7.5 wide, one of the big benefits here is that we do maintain a full 4-person dinette, and what that means is that we have a bigger sleeper. So might be a little on the small side for a really big adult like me, but someone like my wife, who's a little bit more gravity friendly, could probably bunk down there. But if you are going to have like a big dog or a grandkid for the weekend, this bigger bed is definitely going to be a little better to take care of you. And again, easy to see that big picture window has that, big pleated nightshade for privacy when someone is sleeping over here. Or if it's just hot outside, pull the shades, keep the heat knocked down. Now for entertainment, the TV swings out to face the front sofa where I'm sitting currently, or the bed as it were, or the rear-facing dinette bench. So you've got very easy entertainment in this thing. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to spend a lot of time outside hanging out by that outside kitchen, that little fridge. Something I forgot to talk about in sleeper mode is the cool little Nightlight runner lighting they have throughout the Passport series now, so that if you are moving through here in the evening, or, you can see kind of what you're doing without tripping over everything. Now, this bathroom. We talked about storage before. We've only seen like half of it, because you walk back here. Above the outside kitchen is this amazing, like, I don't know, 3.5, 4 foot tall, just absurd amount of cabinet space. But what's really neat is how they left the shelves sunken back a little bit, so that if you do have some tall things like a collapsible broom or something you want to store in here, well, there's all kinds of room to do it. But they didn't just leave it open, they put the shelving in there so that it could actually be useful. And then down below here, you notice that they opened up every darn thing they could. So you've got plenty of storage space here for things like quick access toilet paper, toiletries, and you have all sorts of shoulder, elbow, knee, leg room, head, shoulders, knees, and toes all around the toilet here. So it is very easy to utilize. Now we do have, let me get this out of the way, a larger radius shower. So you do have the nice big elbow room, and then they went serious on the shower. They could have gone with just a plastic angled shower in their more base level series, and I wouldn't have really flinched. I'd have said, yeah, you know what, that makes sense, that's okay. But they didn't. This is small, this is lightweight, this is less expensive, but it is not cheap. This is what I call smart money. Anything that really matters, everything that really matters is here. Fluffy, preferential stuff, you're not going to find a lot of that in a Passport Superlite, previously known as the Express, by the way. This is the all thriller, no filler package, and they did a dynamite job here, I think. But again, I would love some feedback from you guys. Leave a couple comments. But once again, I do want to point out the fact that we are looking at a full 8-foot standard body camper. And this competes in a price and weight category that you usually find 7 to 7.5 foot wide narrow body campers. So you are literally getting more square foot or cubic foot of camper per dollar here with a Passport versus most anything else. Man, where do I start? Right up front here. Let's just start up front. Start from the beginning, right? Isn't that what Julie Andrews said? Magnet holdbacks to make, baggage door access easy. And again, they have this newly revised, expanded pass-through storage here that makes it easy to see the all-aluminum skeleton used throughout a Passport. And they've also added motion sense lighting. That's something I didn't talk about outside. There is a motion sense light here in the pass-through storage, as well as right by the entry door. And that is smart right there. That's something that we've seen in our Cougars for a long time. And I like that feature because, once again, this is smart money. This is not a cheap brand. This is a smartly appointed series right here. Why, like the entry light, for example, it only activates when you walk in the door, so you don't have that cloud of bugs by the door. Although it has a hard on, a hard off, and then motion mode, just like the one in the pass-through there. I just have my battery killed currently. The chassis on this is still the Norco frame, which is lighter but stronger. It's a huck-bolted Z chassis. Generally speaking, from what I can tell, any brand that runs on this chassis generally has better service records. Now, one improvement that the new so-called Superlite series, as compared to what it was called last year, the Express, has, is now a heated enclosed belly. That's something that not all of them had before, but we are picking up here. We still have good looking aluminum wheels. Again, they could have gone to steel here on the base series, and I wouldn't have flinched, but they didn't. They went nice, they went flashy, they went smart. They were simple where they could be, fancy where they should be. And that's something I usually say when I describe a Coachman Apex camper, but darn it if it doesn't apply here as well. The next to that spare tire there, you do have a little sewer hose caddy. So if you need a place to keep your black tank stuff away from the other stuff, you're going to be good. Although this new Murphy bed does have better pass-through storage. Black tank flush on the back, which is in the most logical place to get to the black tank. There's my keys hanging off this. Outside utility shower here, and the placement of this is really key because it's right around the corner from the little mini camp kitchen right here. But let me back up first. Now, we're too close to the camper next to me to get that awning open, but it is a power awning with easy tilt arms that only take 2 fingers to crank down, and full-length LED lighting below that. So that awning is covering the door, the outside speakers and entertainment area, your picnic space, and your little mini kitchenette, which does have your cooktop and your mini fridge. Yeah, like I said, I'm super interested to hear some feedback, guys, because I think they really nailed it. And I'm telling you, this is just the Superlite, simple series. Just wait till you guys see the Grand Tourings as they start rolling in here at Haylet RV. So be sure to subscribe so you can see those. Short of that, Remember that we don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do everything else, like hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.